throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't bend, break, I'm going away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Texas Motor Speedway site to race 25 of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series season number 4, and joining me in the booth yet again is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
And on the front row today will be Stephen Paul III in the 01 truck, starring alongside pole sitter Sam Young. John Irvin and Zach Flickinger will make up row 2, with Tom Shelley and Sabrina Rogers in row 3. Sabrina Rogers is one of the drivers that has been eliminated from chase contention already with just 2 races to go. Jonathan Zorline and Delana Brahimian will make up row number 4, and Seth Cole and Vince Almarego will make up row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
I'm going to see a very aggressive race here at Texas. 2 races to go to the chase. We have some clinching scenarios which Charles will get into. It's definitely going to see a lot of aggression, especially guys who need wins. And every Texas race usually has a crash, and when we run in the series here. So look for some crash and a lot of entertainment, because a lot of guys are desperate and they need to win. Our females need to win this race. So it's going to be a good one here at Texas as we go down to the final row. It would be Max Anderson, the Daytona winner, and Zachary Fitzwater.
Yep, and as mentioned, there are some chase clinching scenarios today. We'll get to those as we go through them with the points. Amanda Shelley comes in as the points leader, and she only has to finish 40th or better today to clinch her spot in the season 4 chase, and it gets a lot harder for basically anyone else. Sky Commons is 71 points back from Shelley and has to finish 16th or better, and Sam Young, our pole sitter, is third in points, finishing 13th or better.
Drivers, start your engines. Is that okay?
And a very lackluster command there as Dylan Young comes into this race 4th in points. He has to finish 8th or better today to clinch his spot in the chase, 99 points back from Amanda Shelley. Those are the only 4 who could leave here as the points leader. John Irvin can clinch a spot in the chase by finishing 2nd or better today. Has a good starting spot for that, but he cannot leave here as the points leader. Rest of the top 10 cannot clinch their spot in the chase today. They are Kev Shear, RJ Reynolds, Zach Flickinger, Tom Shelley, and Tim Randolph. Onboards that we will carry today, I don't think we have time to actually do it the way I normally would. Amanda Shelley will be carrying the Chevy onboard. Sky Commons, the Dodge onboard. Whoops. Sam Young, Sam Young's not carrying an onboard. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Dylan Young, the Ford onboard. John Irvin, the Menards onboard. Kev Shear is carrying the Toyota onboard. Tim Randolph, the Canadian Tire onboard, as we are green from Texas. And Jonathan Zorline is Seth Cole is carrying the Steakum onboard, and Jonathan Zorline the AM/PM onboard camera.
And most likely, RJ Reynolds and Zorline are locks in the chase, pretty much.
RJ Reynolds he's not even clinched a spot in the chase because he hasn't clinched a spot in the top 30, I think, but I don't remember. I'd have to check.
Sam Young has been having a pretty good month in all 3 series leading the race right now, but here comes Sabrina Rogers pretty far in the points.
Yep, Sabrina Rogers just racing for pride at this point. Will move over to the 43 truck next season, though, so keeping within the Dodge camp.
But as well we go, sliding up the track. This is where depth starts.
And 3 wide, John Irvin decides to go inside of Sabrina Rogers there, making 3 wide with Zach Flickinger.
This is not going to work.
4 wide. They get out of it there for now. That's his teammate there, Zorline, who almost made it 4 wide off turn 4.
Like we've seen the last month too. Zorline.
And there's a big break in the pack, I think. We stay green, but there is a
though.
huge break in the pack at the 24th position.
And we're still green too, so I don't think it happened back there.
I highly doubt nothing happened, as Joshua Hyatt now is on pit lane,
Well, Sabrina Rogers washes up the hill.
and that is not good for Joshua Hyatt, who came in here as the second wildcard holder with 2 wins.
He might not be losing too many laps the way they're racing up here.
Worth mentioning, the first wildcard was held by Jonathan Zorlane in that 98 truck,
Oh, they're gonna die.
as Sabrina Rogers trying to hang it in tough on that outside line right now.
They're just washing up the hill because, oh my lord.
Nearly contact between the 88 and the 9.
They're just, like I said, washing up the hill from the tire wear, just sliding up.
And Zorline gonna, well, he thought about it, had to tuck back in line behind his teammate.
I'm more impressed how the outside lines do. Here comes Rogers. Doesn't like getting eliminated trying to win the race.
Like I said, just racing for pride at this point. Trying to get up there, though.
If we make it the whole way green, I'll be amazed.
As here we go, battle for the top spot. Sam Young has it, and Sabrina Rogers wants it.
She's gonna take it.
Well, they're still side by side as we go into turn 2. I thought I heard scraping back there. And I did. We've got trouble off turn 4.
Big wreck up there. There comes Irvin trying to block his spot in.
So the caution is out.
Oh no! Oh, Zorline trying.
Zorline tried to make a move there, didn't quite make it stick. Side by side to the line, and it's Sam Young by half a truck.
Now they got an. Oh no! Where's the wrecked cars?
Well, there's Max Anderson. He was involved.
The Daytona winner. I don't know what's going on here.
This is just people trying to get sorted up for this, I think.
Hyatt just coming off the road, lost several laps there.
Hyatt is listed 2 laps down, and, well, I'm not sure how officials are going to like this. Sam Young is not going to get back into position before they come onto pit lane.
That's a fine.
Sabrina Rogers, who is actually scored in second, is going to lead the field onto pit lane here.
Isn't that a black flag?
We're going to have to see how officials decide to score this.
Well, you know, this is why Sabrina Rogers is 41st in points. Very tight pit road too, as you can see, not a lot of room.
Yeah, definitely not. As field coming down, Sam Young going to have that first pit stall here on pit lane, courtesy of that pole sitting time.
Yeah, so I would expect the one to come back down pit road for a black flag.
And it's fuel only, and Sam Young will win the race off pit lane.
Well, when we come back, we're shocked to see the one pit again.
And hard to tell who's involved in the crash, as there are multiple drivers just still on pit lane. So we'll have to take a look at what happened to Max Anderson to bring out the yellow for the first time today. And we're back. First, we're going to show you what happened to bring out the yellow. This is going down into turn number 3. Alger Baranowskis in the 17 going to wash up the track into Befode Sacco, and nowhere for Max Anderson to go. Heavy hit for James Qualls and the 31 truck of Sacco.
Well, James Qualls had a good streak into the top 10 points, and now that looks like it's going to derailing the last month.
Yeah, it's not been a good last couple of weeks there for that 20 team. Truck comes to rest on the apron. Same for the 31. Their days are over. Max Anderson will try and continue, but he's going to be off the pace. We're also going to try and figure out why there was the split in the pack as well while we're at it. So,
yes,
if we can figure out what is, and it's worth noting, we'll bring you back for that. If not, we'll go back to the green flag. Well, it wasn't entirely noteworthy, but here is what happened to Joshua Hyatt, and there you see it.
just blew up. Didn't
Well-
really blow up, just lost power.
You can't even say he lost power. He's still accelerating, but something happened there. So, looks like probably just a flat tire, and he tried to nurse it back. Great job to actually get down to the apron without getting hit, though.
He's definitely going to say he needs some good Sam after that.
And the rough bout month as well for Joshua Hyatt continues, as he'll take another hit in the points. Granted, he's got the 2 wins, but he's nowhere close to being safe in that top 30 in points.
Nope, especially with RJ Reynolds if he falls out.
So with that, let's go back to the restart. And we are back. Algie Baranowskis, James Qualls, and Bafode Sacco have all taken their trucks behind the wall. Joshua Hyatt is 2 laps down, actually, despite scoring having 1 down because he was in front of the race leader. Sam Young is the race leader, though, over Sabrina Rogers, Zach Flickinger, Jonathan Zorline, John Irvin, Stephen Paul III, Vince Almarego, Tom Shelley, Chris Louvier, Seth Cole, the top 10, with Cole Deaver, William Brock, Delon Ebrahimian, Dylan Young, Binky Louvier, Jack James, Alex Perkle, Kyle Matthews, Trevor Germain, and Preston Plord, the top 20.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting. Everybody's now in single file. We'll see if we get back to the race.
Well, and for those that were stuck... Okay, damage to the 7. Not quite sure where that would have happened. I'm guessing on pit lane. With the incidents, though, worth mentioning, Amanda Shelley has clinched her spot in the chase. As we are back to racing here at Texas.
Let's see how competitive Hyatt's going to be. He might hold up the leader there. His truck's not damaged, just lost a flat tire.
And Sabrina Rogers is going to try and take advantage of this.
Now, what the 11 needs is a caution right now.
Worth mentioning, Sabrina Rogers is actually the second fastest lap of this race. Meanwhile, Zach Flickinger now going for the top spot.
Zach's going for his second win of the year.
Zach's actually going for his first win of the year.
Well, that's a Mulligan.
Jonathan Zorline coming up here. He's looking for what would be his 4th win of the season to tie him with RJ Reynolds and tie the all-time mark for most wins in a single season.
I think every series but Hooters has a 4-time winner this year.
No, well, this season, yeah. Hooters has a 4-time winner in its existence, but that was back in season 1.
Yeah, with the old mod. And I mean, the 11's holding up the field, but he's trying to get his lap back, so you can't blame him.
Well, he's up to speed. I mean, 180. Meanwhile, another break in the field. At least it looks like a break in the field. I'm not quite sure what's happened here. I don't see anyone on pit lane, so very confused right now, actually, about this, as Zach Flickinger tries to peek inside of that 11. Not able to get there yet, and they're still side by side for second.
I mean, Jonathan Zorline just put Sabrina Rogers up there, saving that by Rogers.
And trying to force that one truck up the hill yet again. Here comes Vince Almarego in the 66.
Tom Shelley, who lost that man at Belts Arena and trying to get redemption here coming up with the field.
John Irvin's going to be on the outside line 3 wide. Vince Almarego finally puts a nose in there on the 98.
Oh my God, this is insane. If they don't die, it's amazing.
And Sabrina Rogers now is clear for this battle for second.
Peek your nose down there. Oh God, everybody watching each other up the hill.
Tom Shelley now going to make it 3 wide for third.
Sabrina Rogers, but finally they're going to get underneath Hyatt here.
Yep, Flickinger there now finally. Oh, what a save by Vince Almarego!
Oh my God, I think he needs a new pair of pants after that.
Tom Shelley with a nice save as well. I saw that right out the corner of the eye as 3 wide, battle for the lead.
Oh no, it's not really a 3-wide battle for the lead. It's 2. There we go, and here comes, oh no.
As now Sabrina Rogers side by side with Flickinger. Does Zorline find a spot in there?
This has been great racing. Oh my God, Sabrina Rogers now trying to pull the same move that Zorline pulled on her.
And still side by side, trying to get there. Still can't get there on Flickinger to lead the lap.
And coming through the field, also Chris Louvier and Seth Cole as their Steakums on board coming through the field.
Yep, and side by side there, almost 3 wide with Tom Shelley.
Oh, 3 wide is not where you want to be at this racetrack.
Meanwhile, Zorline trying to peek it, I think.
Oh man.
I have an idea as to what's causing this, in all honesty.
Well, whatever it's causing good racing.
As looks like Sabrina Rogers might be able to clear Flickinger.
Oh no, man.
3 wide with Joshua Hyatt in the middle.
It's gonna be a huge wreck. There's no way that 90s, if you can't get to the bottom, they're all packed.
Contact between the 98 and the 11. They're rubbing doors through 3 and 4.
As long as the 11 doesn't get turned, it's fine. Because at the front Rex, it's a huge pile of.
Rubbing doors with the 9 now as they go into turn 1.
Oh, that's not good. Oh no.
As Zorline up the track, John Irvin, that opens the door for him. They're 3 wide for second.
You've seen the 98 and 88, like I mentioned, a lot together this year. Hopefully not really bad.
Now Joshua Hyatt trying to get one of his 2 laps back from the race leader. And Zach Flickinger going to take advantage of it. He's going to make it 3 wide as he battles for the top spot here at Texas.
Oh my god, oh no.
Still rubbing doors as they enter turn 1.
I thought they were going to fly down the track and die.
Here comes Zorline on the outside of Flickinger.
This is great racing. We're not changing this, I am not.
Well, I don't like that they're pushing up the track. That's about my only complaint.
Oh,
Lord. Nearly contact there between the 9 and the 97 off of 4.
Like I said, we're keeping this for the conference.
Joshua Hyatt clears the race leader.
William Brock in there for the first time.
Brock is the winner this season. As right now the battle is for third between Tom Shelley and Zach Flickinger.
Everybody kind of just like, oh my god, everybody just, oh god, this is...
Contact,
oh, no.
22 and the 18.
How are they keeping it straight?
So contact between Seth Cole and William Brock as we've got a battle for the lead once again. Here comes Zorline. And it's going to open the door for Flickinger.
Are we in danger of catching anybody?
No. Surprisingly.
That's good.
As Flickinger up the track, that opens the door for Tom Shelley, who's going to try and peek underneath the 98 of Zorline there. Not able to get anything going yet.
This has been great racing here. Oh my lord.
Sabrina Rogers now peeking on the 11 once again.
So does this mean?
Does this mean what?
Oh my god, 97. Oh no.
Nearly contact between Seth Cole and Tom Shelley. Seth thinks better of it. Had a lift, I think, there coming off turn 4. Meanwhile, Tom Shelley up the track. Seth Cole up the track's going to open the door for William Brock. You're cutting out.
I'm still here.
Well, you're still cutting out, so I don't know what's going on there.
Rest in peace.
As Zorline gets the run down the front straightaway, he's going to peek to the inside of Sabrina Rogers.
And now here comes Zorline trying to get his 4th win of the year.
10 to go at Texas, by the way. Seth Cole's going to make it 3 wide for third on Tom Shelley and Zach Flickinger. Flickinger's going to clear out of that for third. And Seth Cole up the track, 3 wide now for fourth with John Irvin, who's going to clear him off of the corner.
Hey, if Blue gets up there, we have a 1-2 for Dodge.
Well, that is, of course, assuming Sabrina Rogers would hang on to the lead.
Am I still cutting out?
That time, no.
Okay,
I think you probably were releasing your mic button again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Dylan Young around the outside of Chris Louvier there. That's for 9th position. As Vince Amarego falls back a little bit, and we've got a battle for the top spot once again. Zorline can't hold it in there, though, and Sabrina Rogers will get the run off the corner.
So 7 to go. Who gets the better run?
7 to go at the stripe, actually.
And oh no.
That's going to open the door for Flickinger. Contact between the 9 and the 98.
Just washing up the hill. Everybody's tires are so warm. No fuel only on the first stop.
Yeah, they did not take tires. We did not see anyone take tires. Oh, Louvier up the track with a save! How?
Charles is like,
Sam Young, the pole sitter now up in that battle. Contact with Kyle Matthews and Binky Louvier.
there's contact everywhere. This is a short track race at Texas.
As there are just a handful of laps to go, Zorline back inside of the one truck.
This is the best I-9 I've ever seen.
Meanwhile, Tom Shelley tries to make it 3 wide with Irvin, can't make it work.
Well, we're going to have a wreck. There's no way we're going to make it to the end.
Zach Flickinger tries the outside of Jonathan Zorline now. That's for second.
They try to go 4 wide there.
They thought better of it. So Zach Flickinger now to second around the 98 truck. Gonna try and get the run on the one of Sabrina Rogers down the back straightaway. 5 laps to go, now 4.5 at Texas.
I can definitely say this is probably the best Texas race ever.
Can't make a move yet. Tom Shelley around the outside of Seth Cole. That for 5th.
Vince Alvarado coming up to the field. He's looking for his first, but he's on the cusp of elimination.
Yep, that he is. Battle for the lead once again. Flickinger goes up the track. That opens the door for Zorline. 3 wide for the race lead at Texas.
Oh, they grabbed him.
Staggered 3 wide as they go into turn number 3.
Better up.
And that's going to allow Sabrina Rogers to get back out in front.
Oh my lord, so tight. I think Zach can have the run. He just can't get pinched to the high side.
3 laps to go at Texas. Kyle Matthews, the fastest lap of the race so far in this one.
So hard to hold it.
Oh, Seth! Nearly some contact there with the 88.
That was almost death. Can they do it? Oh, no.
Well, they'll make it to 2 to go this time.
Somehow, we've only had 1 caution in this race.
Still green at Texas as Flickinger makes the move once again. Can't make it stick, and Sabrina Rogers will get the run down the back straightaway.
Sabrina Rogers is very strong to be able to hold that high side like that.
She has not finished in the top 5 this season, worth mentioning.
That means she's going to fail tech?
Meanwhile, she tried to peek to the inside. That's going to give the run to Flickinger down the front straightaway. White flag at Texas. 1 to go.
We're going to see a wreck. It's going to happen now. Where's Tom Shelley come from?
Shelley's going to make the move for 3rd, and that might be it there for the race for the win.
9's got to throw it in there. If not, Sabrina's got it.
Through turns 3 and 4, it'll be the Mopar Dodge who's going to win here at Texas, and it's not the one you would have thought. It's Sabrina Rogers, victorious.
And everybody came back in one piece.
And a top 15 for Binky Louvier in this one.
Screen goes black.
Problems for Vince Almarego. He's on pit lane.
That's a hard break. That's the chase elimination right there.
Where's the 2? And there's Johnny Gardner.
Guess he couldn't make it on fuel.
Oh, wow.
So let's see. Sky Collins is not clinch.
So the
Sam
well,
Young
I mean,
will
remember, this was assuming the clinch scenarios were assuming Seth Cole won the race and led the most laps. So Seth didn't even lead a lap, so that will actually change a lot of those chase scenarios. So there is still the possibility that they would have clinched. What we do know is Amanda Shelley will have clinched a spot in the chase. And we do know that the top 10 today, Sabrina Rogers, Zach Flickinger, rookies 1-2, Jonathan Zorline, Tom Shelley, William Brock, John Irvin, Seth Cole, Dylan Young, Chris Louvier, and Stephen Paul III. The top 10. Look at the bottom of the results. The heartbreak for Johnny Gardner and Vince Almarego having to pit late. Stephen, your final thoughts?
It was a really good race. I hope we keep this for Cup because it was insane. I don't know how everybody made it back in one piece with just 1 wreck. But going back in that thing, talking about 13th was Sam Young. He needed to finish 13th. Dylan Young finished 8th, and he needed to finish 8th. So, but anyways, good run for them. Sabrina Rogers gets eliminated and wins. It's a good run for them. Zorline run a good 4th place finish, trying to get back into the top 10 to use those bonus points. And we got one more race to the chase, the triple header of Richmond. So I would tune in for that race. I'm excited. I'm ready for the chase. It's been a good regular season, and let's go to Richmond and have some fun.
Yep. So Amanda Shelley, Sam Young, Dylan Young are clinched into the chase. I'd be willing to bet John Irvin with a 6th place will also clinch a spot, but it's not confirmed because he will have gained points on Seth, so there is that.
Sky Commons finished 23rd. He needed a 16th, so we'll see.
So yeah, so we'll have to see on that one. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fantana 1. This is Stephen Paul III. Join me for this production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.